Now I grew up down an old dirt road in a town you wouldn't know. My pops picked the place up for $1,500 back in 1964. My grandfather was a drinker back in the day, he put him down. But a war is known to change a man, and the whiskey's known.
Hey y'all, Big Bub here from Big Bub Outdoors. As y'all know, it is, here, you take this, baby. There's still bolt on it. As y'all know, it is opening weekend of gun season. I had tagged out yesterday with my .44 Magnum. So I brought the crossbow out to Green Valley with the wife, and I told her I'd call her in a buck. And if any does come in, I was going to shoot a doe with my crossbow. So we're sitting over in the ground blind. We had 4 does come in, and I couldn't get a shot, but they started coming in the opening and they kept looking behind them. So I was like, well, better not do that. There might be a buck. Sure enough, this nice 8-point come in, and he ended up winding us. He turned around, he just kind of trotted off. Well, another doe come in, and I was like, fuck it. I missed. It happens. Well, about 20-25 minutes goes by, and I seen what I thought was horns. I was like, you're after any buck. You're not after a trophy. You're just after meat. I was like, there's one right there with horns if you want him. She goes, absolutely. So she pulled up, about an 85-yard shot by the time she decided she was going to shoot.
I couldn't see it.
And she says she couldn't see it, and we're sitting side by side, but I believe, you know, I've been at different angles to where I can't see nothing. So it went from 45 yards to 85 yards before she could shoot, and she put a perfect smack down on a nice big body spike. You happy?
I'm happy.
Check that out, y'all. She got it with the 350 Bushmaster, or 350 Legend, I'm sorry. I'm used to saying Bushmaster because that's my rifle. That's Nana's rifle. That started out as mine. I've killed like 7 or 8 deer with that gun. Nanny Bug's killed 2, and now Ashley's killed 1 with it. That gun there is a nasty little gun. It has no recoil, and that's why they took it over, and I built that 450 that I didn't get to shoot this year because I used that 44 mag. So that's awesome. It's so cold right now. I know this is going to sound messed up, and I've never seen this. This blood, that's all frozen. Okay. This shot was only 10 minutes ago. There's not a single drop of blood here. I followed it. She seen him fall. She's like, it died. I watched it fell on top of the hill. I was like, are you sure? Yeah, he spit out his lung and everything. Look at that. I was like, are you sure it fell? Are you sure you hit it? I was like, it looked like he muleyed, but I wasn't for sure. Like, I had my doubts. And I got over there, and I've never not seen the deer just drop with the 350 or leave a good blood. And most of them I've ever had experience with have only went like 10 yards. And the farthest I've seen was Hannah's buck at the beginning of this season during youth. I think it went like 55 or 65 yards. I'd have to ask Jonesy to be 100% on that. But that was the longest I've seen one go. And she had an amazing blood trail. The only thing I can think of is it's frozen. It popped and then immediately froze up. But it is what it is. We found it. It's right where she said it was. She goes, it's on top of that hill dead. And she went down that way following a fresh path. I was like, well, this one here looks like it goes this direction from the one that I followed up. And I just kept following it and went over the log, and I seen him laying here, and I was like, hey, babe, here's your deer right here. He didn't go nowhere. Like, the whole family is pretty much tagged out now. If I'd have smoked that doe, I'd have been done. So we're going to get this drug home, and it's a good season. I got my older two. I think they still want to go tomorrow. So hopefully I got a couple more deer coming your way. But as of right now, the family's tagged out. I got a doe tag left, but we're not hurting for meat that bad, and I might wait until muzzleloader season. I still have vacation, but this is only my second day of vacation. Everybody's tagged out.
Third. Friday was your first.
That's right. Friday was my first. So yeah, third day of vacation, second day of hunting, and the whole family's tagged out, except for my oldest two girls, which don't hunt a lot, but they said they're going to hunt this year, so we'll see what happens. But other than that, everybody's tagged out. And I'm probably going to save my last tag to come back out muzzleloader season to shoot a doe, because I haven't shot a doe in a long time with a muzzleloader. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So catch y'all later. We got some work to do. We got to get everything out of here and get everything done up. And I still got mine to clean. I hung him up last night. I was tired. I let him hang all night, let him bleed out real good, and let the body stretch. If a lot of people don't know about that, when bucks are in rut, everything swells up real bad, and everybody's like, oh, their meat tastes funny. They're full of testosterone and whatnot. So what you do is you grab them up and you hang them up by the neck first and let them hang for 24 to 48 hours if it's possible. You know, if it's too hot, then don't worry about it. But if it's cold enough like this, let him hang. And what that'll do is his body will start decompressing, and all them muscles and everything will start pulling apart, and it'll tenderize all that meat. And that deer, when I hung him up yesterday, he was 2 feet off the ground. And no, my stuff don't stretch because I've got a 10,000 pound cable. He is now 2 inches off the ground. He has stretched that much. We'll see. Yeah, you came in. He was quartered away. Let me show you this shot. All right, so he was quartered away, and I told her, I said, put it on the back ribs and it'll come out the front somewhere. So this is where he was at, and she come in right here a little high, but she come out beautifully on the other side, right behind the arm. So, well, you like your season?
I do.
Are you hooked?
My first buck.
Are you hooked on deer hunting now?
I was hooked after my doe.
You was hooked after the doe? I think you was more excited for your doe. I think it was because you were on your own. I look at the emotion of her just thinking about that doe. Like, she did that all on her own. This here, she had a lot of help from me. Like, I did all the calling. I told her where to shoot.
That's because my call sounded like a not confident buck.
This is your first gun season, too. This is your first time using a firearm, ain't it?
Yeah.
Like, she's never used a firearm. She's shot a few times at the range, and she's a good shot, but this is her first gun hunt ever. And she has now, like, look at her cry.
I'm excited about my little spike, my big spike.
We'll skull plate him. I would have mounted him. I told her she shot anything 6 points or bigger, I would mount it. I just can't bring myself to spend $500 to mount a spike. I can skull plate him, or I can European mount him myself, babe. It's up to you. But thank you all for watching. She's got some cleaning to do, so I'm gonna get off here.